In this video, I'm going to make a fidget spinner using Fusion360. I have Fusion360 open, there's nothing in my project, and the first thing I'm going to do is start out by making a sketch. So I'm going to go over here with this button with a little green plus sign. I'm going to click it, and now I have to select the plane that I want the sketch on. It doesn't really matter. I like this one down here so that you could have a top view of your fidget spinner. Now let's add 2 circles to our sketch. I'm going to come up here and I see the center diameter circle. That's what I want. But if you can't see it for whatever reason, hit this create and we go to circle, center diameter circle. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to make a little circle here and I'm not going to care too much what the size is because I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to click again and now you see the icon has this little circle icon, which means I can make another one. I want to line it up. But I'm going to be intentionally careless again. I'm going to click here. I'm going to make another circle. I'm not quite going to line it up. Notice I still have that little icon for making circles, right? We keep making them because the icon is there. If we want it to go away, which I do, I'm going to hit escape. And then we don't have to worry about making circles anymore. There's no icon. Good. Let's change the size of our circles. I'm going to go to this sketch dimension. If you don't see it, because sometimes the toolbar moves around, we'll hit create, sketch dimension, or you could hit a D. You see that hotkey there. So I hit my sketch dimension. I have a different icon. Look at that. 2 lines with a double-headed arrow in between them. That's for dimension. I'm going to click this circle. I'm going to pull this out. And this is really the most important measurement because I measured the bearings on my fidget spinner, and with the PLA material for my 3D printer, 22.1 millimeters seems to be perfect. All right, now this one here, you have a little bit of leniency, but it's got to fit in your hand, right? So I think I'll make this circle, how about 31.5 millimeters. Now let's line these circles up, right? That doesn't look very professional like that. I want it to be on the green line. So I'm going to hit a constraint and it's going to be the horizontal vertical constraint. If you don't see this little icon, go to constraints. Oh, there it is, horizontal vertical. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click this first circle here and then I'm going to go down and click the second circle. And it's going to line the first circle up with the second circle. You could see these little icons. That means we're constrained, right? We're on a vertical constraint. If I had a circle over here, it would know horizontal, right? So it guesses whichever one it's closest to. Now I have that little constraint, right? The little vertical constraint. Let's hit escape to get rid of it. And it's pausing for a second. There we go. I want to change the distance between these circles too by the center. So we're going to go center to center. How do we do that? Well, we have our little dimension thing. I could just hit D. I could hit that too. I'm going to hit this first circle. I'm going to hit this second circle. I'm going to pull my dimension line out a little bit, right? As far as you want. It's user's choice on how far you want your dimension line to be. Let's do 30 millimeters here. There, now it's getting close. Let's get closer. I'm using my mouse wheel to change the view. If I hold my mouse wheel down, I can move this around, right? I'm holding down and moving the mouse. Now for a fidget spinner, we need like 3 of these circles. Should we make 3 circles? Nah, we got an easier way of doing it. Let's go to create and then let's look for circle pattern. All right, now the object that I want to make the pattern is the top circle. I'm going to hit select and then I'm going to select my circle and then I need the center point. It says center point, select. I'm going to make it the center of this middle circle, right? And mine defaulted to 3. That's perfect. You could change the number, right? So if I do 5, look at that, we got 5 circles, but I want 3. So I'm going to hit OK. Now this next part I find the trickiest, so I'll try and go a little slower. I'm going to make little arcs in between these circles. So I'm going to go to create, arc, and I'm going to do a 3-point arc. I want a tangent arc, but I'm not convinced I can do it right away. Let's do a 3-point arc, and then we'll make it a tangent arc. I'm going to go, I want to be below the halfway point of my circle, maybe just a little bit. Here, I want to be on the right hemisphere of the circle. Let's click that. And now for my third point, I'm just going to bow this line down a little bit and click it again. Now you'll notice this arc isn't quite perfectly lined up with these circles. They're not tangent to the circles. We want to change that. And also notice my little arc here icon, and I don't want to keep making arcs, so I do need to change that. How are we going to do that? Look at that. There's a tangent button. If you don't see it, go to constraints, look for the tangent button. I'm going to click that. Now I'm going to click my circle. I'm going to click my arc, and it's going to add a tangent constraint. See that little circle with a line? Perfect. I'm going to do that with this circle down here, right? So I click this. Oh, look at that. We got 2 tangent connections to our circles with our arc. Now you might be thinking, wait, my arc isn't quite the same as yours. I want more of this bending down here or less of it. Maybe it's too close to the center. Let's change that. Oh, but look at that. I have the tangent line constraint icon. I am going to hit escape, get rid of it. I'm going to add a dimension. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the radius of this arc, because an arc is just a part of a circle, right? So I'm going to click on that line, and then I get this radius right here. It's 18.9. I'm going to click, and I'm going to change it. Let's say 15. You can see how it bowed in a little bit, right? So you could change the number around to get a different looking fidget spinner. Now we could make 3 arcs, right? 2 more. Or we could use that circle pattern again. Let's do that. Let's go to create. I'm going to go down here to circle pattern. I'm going to click that. Now my object is going to be the arc. So I'm going to hit select. I'm going to hit my arc. I'm going to hit select for the center point. Right? The top one is for the object. Here's the center point. Boom. And you could change the quantity, but we want 3. So it's perfect. I'm going to hit OK. That's looking like a pretty sharp fidget spinner. I am going to hit finish sketch. And then I want to kind of take a look at a better view or more natural view. So I'm going to hit this little housey thing right here. I'm going to go over to my extrude. There we go. I'm going to click things that I want to extrude. So I'm going to click, I click the circle in the middle. I'm going to click that body there. I'm going to click this circle. I'm going to click this circle. And then see this number here? That's the distance. You could see it over here too. You could change it in both places. I'm going to change it right here. I'll hit my little delete key to get rid of that 0. Put a 7. And now we got a fidget spinner. Now the most important thing is saving this. Now if you're in my 7th grade engineering class, I recommend saving it something like this. Hit save. And then get your first name, last initial, and then the class you're in. Like if you're in period 1. So period 1. And then I can search on these and I can see all your work. Don't worry about the default location. You will have that little save thing probably hidden. So just click and drag this window. Hit the save button.